Cary Lucas or Todd Jones? Who will fight for gun owners in House District 25? Stay tuned, guys. We're breaking your race down right now. Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here with Georgia Gun Owners. The May primary is right around the corner. Early voting is already underway, in fact, all across the state. And for a lot of gun voters, the question you're asking right now is who can we trust that will fight for our gun rights in the Georgia House? It's a really important question to ask. We have sustained 4 years of nonstop attack on our freedom from the resident in the White House, and that has inspired Democrats here in Georgia to just launch wave after wave after wave of attacks on our gun rights in the Georgia House and Senate. And so, unfortunately, along with that, what we have seen more and more in D.C., but especially right here in Georgia, is a growing number of Republican rhinos who just wave the white flag of surrender and are willing to give the Democrats a lot of what they're asking for. And so now, more than ever, it is important for gun voters to vet candidates and figure out who says they're pro-gun at election time, just to stab us in the back, and who will actually fight for our gun rights. So what we do here at Georgia Gun Owners is compile the information we have on these candidates from a combination of their websites, their public statements made for or against your gun rights, voting histories, and our candidate survey program. And we give you guys the information you're asking us for about where these candidates stand. This race, this video, is about House District 25. It's right up here. It's portions of Forsyth and Fulton County, and it features an incumbent, Representative Todd Jones, versus challenger Cary Lucas. I'm going to begin with Cary Lucas. He's a challenger in the race, and the great news is that Cary Lucas has surveyed 100% pro-gun with Georgia Gun Owners. And what that means is not only will Cary Lucas vote the right way, not only will he oppose gun control, Cary Lucas has pledged in writing that he will sponsor pro-gun bills. You see, it might be hard to wrap your mind around, but we have over 100 Republican state reps in the Georgia House right now, and only a handful who will lead in the fight for gun rights, who will sponsor pro-gun bills. Everybody else will vote on a pro-gun bill when they're told it's okay to do so by leadership. But here's a little secret. Leadership almost never approves a pro-gun bill to move. It has to be done with grassroots pressure. And that's why seeing Cary Lucas promise to sponsor pro-gun bills is a very encouraging sign. Cary has also promised to defend a stand your ground law. It was under major attack last session, and our AR-15s. The Democrats are always trying to disarm us and take away our AR-15s. And he's very much opposed to gun registration and deadly storage laws. We had all of these bills filed last session here in Atlanta. These deadly storage laws in particular have the support of a growing number of rhino backstabbing Republicans. And make no mistake, these storage laws are deadly. By mandating that our firearms are locked up virtually 24 hours a day, it gives the upper hand to violent criminals who try to break their way into your house at 2 o'clock in the morning as you're stuck trying to get your gun, find your key, unlock your gun safe, unlock your gun, and then get to your firearm. It's stupid. It's deadly. It'll get good Georgians, innocent Georgians killed, and thank goodness Cary Lucas is 100% opposed to that stupidity. That's the good news. The problem, though, is Todd Jones. Todd Jones has been in office since 2017, and for the most part, he's a relatively likable guy. The problem is that we have, as I mentioned a moment ago, an entire legislature full of more or less likable guys. And that's the problem. They won't fight for our gun rights. They get to Atlanta, they park their butt in the chair, they're very happy they got there, they have the fancy name tag, their first name is now Representative, and the only thing they care about is not upsetting the apple cart and pissing off the Speaker of the House and possibly losing their position. And that is what Todd has done for years. He has sat there, played it safe, and done next to nothing to help us expand gun rights here in Georgia. Sure, when Governor Kemp decided he was finally going to keep his promise and pass constitutional carry, Todd was a yes vote on that. But folks, that was the bare minimum. That should have been done years before it was. We all know that. And that does not give someone like Todd Jones an excuse to then do nothing the rest of his life when it comes to our gun rights. And that is what Todd Jones has done. For the last 2 years, as we have fought to pass the Second Amendment Preservation Act here in Atlanta, Todd Jones refused to co-sponsor the bill not once, but twice. You can look it up for yourself. The bill number, I don't have the number here at the moment, but it was both years, 2023 and 2024, as we're trying to make sure that Joe Biden cannot use Georgia cops to enforce federal gun control laws, and we're actively acquiring co-sponsors. Todd Jones said no. Not just once, he said no twice. So it's no surprise he will not fill out his Georgia gun owners candidate questionnaire. It's no surprise the guy doesn't even mention gun rights on his website. Although I wouldn't be surprised if after this video goes live, you see a new tab on Todd Jones' website to pretend to be pro-gun. But much more serious than that, Todd Jones is the lead sponsor on the mental health overhauls that we have dealt with for the last couple of years here in Atlanta. The bill number is House Bill 1013. And I want to be clear on this. Mental health gun control is the biggest threat, in my opinion, in GGO's opinion right now, across the state and across the country. You see, what the left wants is the ability to use the bureaucratic process to simply declare somebody unable to own firearms. No convictions, no due process, no lawyers handy. They want the ability for a purple-haired psychological staffer somewhere to say, yeah, you shouldn't have guns, and type your name into a database. Now, is that what the bill that Todd Jones filed would do? No, but I want to be clear, it's right on the cusp. And last year, the bill that Todd Jones had filed, that mental health package in particular, was red flag gun seizures. GGO had our allies in the Senate strip that crap out of that version of the mental health bill. But we're always having these problems where Republicans are willing to use mental health as a cover to advance portions of their gun control agenda. It's not good. So to recap Todd Jones, he carries water for and is the lead sponsor on very concerning, very troubling mental health gun control. He does not mention, mental health legislation, which has been a cover for gun control. He does not even mention gun rights on his freaking website. He has refused to co-sponsor the Second Amendment Preservation Act for years in a row, and now he will not complete the GGO gun rights candidate questionnaire. Guys, not good. Very troubling stuff from Todd Jones. So, if you're a voter in this district and Mr. Jones comes to your door knocking, be sure and ask him, why won't you fill out the GGO candidate questionnaire? Why haven't you co-sponsored SEPA for the last couple of years? Why are you playing footsie with the left on mental health gun control, which we all know is a great way to try to slide red flag gun seizures into law here in Georgia? Ask him those questions, guys. And again, whatever he tells you in response, just remind him, if you don't put it in writing, if you don't fill out the survey, I don't care what you say. Talk is cheap. Fill out the candidate questionnaire. And if you see Cary Lucas, be sure to thank this guy for standing up for gun owners, for putting his views on paper, in writing, for having the guts to do that. And guys, whatever else you do, share this video far and wide so all the gun voters in this area know the truth about these two candidates. You can find much more information on our website. You can see Cary Lucas's survey. You can see additional whiteboard videos like this, other race breakdowns on our YouTube channel, website, and Facebook platforms. Guys, check them out, share our videos online, and get more involved today at joinggo.com.